Hello, beautiful souls. So today I'm gonna guide you through a playful, trauma-informed yoga sequence, just 15 minutes. And this is a great way to start your day, um, just to get that exploration, the curiosity, and also that movement to mobilize any energy, any stuck energy in your body, right? So, yeah. So we're gonna start in easy seated, and then we're gonna build up to standing, and that's where we'll finalize our practice. So I want to invite you to find your comfortable seated shape, whatever that may be for you. For me today, that means placing my shin bones on the mat rather than this, like this. If this is your seated shape, that's all good. So you can explore. You can also extend your legs out, apart, if that feels more comfortable for you today. So whatever you are at, I want to invite you to just take a moment to tune in with the natural rhythm of your breaths. We can tell a lot by the quality of our breath, right? So just noticing how it is in this moment without judgment, but rather compassion. If you want, you can place your hands at center, whether that's heart center or your abdominal area, or both, a little bit of both. Taking one more deep breath where you're at. And you're welcome to close your eyes as you're breathing in and out, or just keep them open throughout the practice, whatever feels the safest for you. Knowing that you can close them at any time. You can close them for some shapes, open them for others. Okay. Now I'm going to invite you to allow your arms to rest at your sides, maybe just getting curious about the texture underneath you, right? So you may walk your hands around your mat, or if you're in wood floor on a carpet, right? It's gonna feel a little different. So just getting curious about how that feels. You may even invite maybe a little bit of twisting as you are walking your hands around. Yeah, maybe walking them in front of you, behind you. Just noticing. Okay. This builds our sense of curiosity, brings our inner child in, right? That's what we want when we're playing to nurture our nervous system. So, yeah, you may invite maybe some gentle torso rolls. If you want to continue exploring with your hands, you're welcome to do that. Or if you just want to come back into your center, into that torso, and just noticing how it feels to roll your torso around. Maybe you're noticing a side feels different than the other one. You may feel, feel like curious about maybe bringing your shoulders into that roll, right? Lift them up. Maybe like a little seated dance. And maybe bringing your arms, your shoulders, your hands, just every single part. Notice how that feels, right? Just moving around, opening up in any way that's available for you today. Yeah. Just staying there for 2 more breaths at your own pace. And if there's something that resonates with you more, you're welcome to explore that too. And today, I'm just inviting you in different shapes. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do them. It's always your choice. So yeah, you can opt in, opt out, do something in between. It's all good. All right. And then I'm just gonna invite you to slowly come back into stillness. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna invite you to roll over to your right side. If you had your legs crossed, it might be better to roll over. For me, I was already closer to that all fours shape. So I'm going to invite you to go into all fours or a tabletop shape. And just here, I'm just going to invite you to notice, to make sure that your wrists are aligned underneath your shoulders and your knees are aligned underneath your hips. So here, if you like, you can invite a little bit of a spinal massage by lifting your head and chest up, looking up, and then gently lowering your head, maybe tucking your chin in and rounding your spine. You can go with this flow at your own pace, rhythm. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a torso roll here, or a hip roll, right? Or you can do a little bit of both, right? So lifting up and down, and then swinging from side to side, opening your hips up in that way, maybe drawing some circles. So just inviting your sense of curiosity, whatever you feel like just tapping into what your body is needing right now. Right. And just staying there for 2 more deep breaths. All right. So now I'm going to invite you to crawl to the edge of your mat. We're staying on all fours still. So we're gonna play with crawling back and forth. So I'm gonna invite you to first lift your chin bones off the mat, and you stay there for 2 breaths. Just notice your center, your physical center. Okay, and then actually let's release a little bit. We're gonna do it one more time, and then we're gonna move into the crawling. Okay, so inhale as you lift those chin bones off the mat. And now, when you're ready, I'm just going to invite you to crawl all the way towards the front edge of your mat. And then back. Right. So we're going back to basics. Right? Crawling. It's the first thing that we'll learn to do, right? So, yes, we're just inviting that inner child in here. Okay. And if you want, you can also even go around, crawl around the mat, right? Or the surface that you're in. So you can explore, yeah, there you go. Or you can even, if you want a little bit more challenge, you can invite like a kick. So you're taking that left leg towards, no, the right leg towards the left side and vice versa. The left leg towards the right. So wherever you are at, I'm going to invite you to stay there for 2 more breaths. And then once you're completed that second breath, I'm going to invite you to come back into all fours and just allow your chin bones to go back to the mat. Okay? And maybe taking a couple of cleansing breaths here. I know that can be a little bit, it can definitely be fiery for your center, your core. So maybe taking a deep inhale through your nose and then an audible exhale to the mouth. Making any sounds you like as you exhale. Inhale to the nose. Audible exhale to the mouth. Okay, beautiful. So now I'm going to invite you to tuck your chins in and slowly lift your hips off the mat for down dog. And if you like, you can pedal your legs back and forth here. And you can make any adjustments that you need with your hands, with your feet. You can also, if extending your legs doesn't feel good today, you can place a small bend on them, okay? So whatever your body is calling for today, tune in and notice what it needs. Right. Stay here for 1 more deep breath. Now whenever you're ready, I'm going to invite you to slowly walk all the way up to the front edge of the mat into a forward fold And once again, you can bend your knees to bring you closer to the ground, to the mat. And whenever you're ready, I'm going to invite you to slowly come back into a standing shape. And from here, you're welcome to explore, maybe swinging your arms from side to side, airplane arms, maybe tapping your adrenals, your lower back, as you take your hands back, okay? Yeah, maybe doing a little jump if you want. Notice how that feels. And then maybe coming back to center. And just checking in, right? Checking in with yourself. Okay, how does that feel? Has anything shifted from that airplane arm to now? And then if you want, you can do one more round, swinging from side to side. And then slowly coming back into center once again. Checking in with yourself. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to invite you to pivot to the long edge of the mat. And here, I'm just going to invite you to press your feet against the mat or the surface, whichever surface you're in. And just get curious about how that feels. Just pressing your feet strongly against the surface. Okay? And maybe even rocking them back and forth, right? So pressing on your fingers, on your toes, and then pressing on your ankles. How does that feel? Just kind of like exploring every single part of your foot with this pressing. Yeah. So back and forth, or circles, right? Whatever you feel called to do. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of, this is actually one of my favorite, stamping motion. So this is not only playful, but it serves to release any stuck energy from our bodies, especially fight flight energy. So whenever you're ready, and you can do a little shaking if you want now before. So progressive shaking, maybe starting with the hands, then moving on to the arms, shoulders, chest, legs, even your hips, right? Let it shaking it. Now this is a standing dance, right? We started with the seated dance. Now we're moving on to the to the standing dance. So yeah, and then just going all the way down to your legs, to your feet. Yeah, whew. That feels good. Okay, beautiful. So now, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna invite you to lift your right leg off the mat, and then slowly put it back down. So you're starting to tap into that stamping, and we're building up to that big movement. And now we're gonna move on to the left. So lifting that left leg up, and then lowering it down gently, stamping it. And you may even visualize, if this is fun for you, you can visualize that you're stamping on soil, on grass, on sand, whatever surface you want. Visualization can be super fun as well. So if that works for you, of course. All right, so then right, stamping, and then just creating that motion, like creating that stance, like making it a little bit stronger each time we go on that side, okay? And you're welcome to bring your arms into it, your shoulders, just using that force. You can bring your exhales into it as well, audible exhales. All sound effects are welcome here. You can even do a little bit of, if you want to invite a breathing technique here, one that works great is lion's breath. So you're basically placing the tip of your tongue against the roof of your mouth, and then you're exhaling. So it sounds like a lion, right? Two more times actually. And then, slowing down that movement. Okay, beautiful. All right, one more shape to get you into that play mode further, right? Because we've done a lot. So for this one, I'm going to invite you to go back to the edge of the mat. Yes, from here. And just take a moment to settle in with yourself. And we are going to use a little visualization. So whenever you're ready, I'm going to invite you to visualize that you are an octopus, right? And the octopus, as you can tell, like they have 8 tentacles. This octopus specifically is on roller skates. So each tentacle has roller skates. So I just want you to picture that for a moment. Yeah, and the octopus can be in any color that you like, right? For me, it's purple, of course. I'm in purple, so might as well, right? And then, as you're imagining, you can even close your eyes for this if that works better for visualizing. So, as you're imagining yourself being this amazing, beautiful octopus on roller skates, I'm gonna invite you to move like that octopus would, right? So, skating around, just how does it move? How does that look for you? Okay? Yeah. And just going around in your surface and your mat, around the mat, right? You can step out of it, go if you want to do a little more circles around the room, whichever you're in, you're welcome to do that, okay? Yeah, so just rolling around, having fun. Beautiful. And just staying here for 3 more breaths, or longer if you need to, right? So many tentacles. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. One more breath at your own pace. And honestly, if you want to put music to it, you're welcome. That would be cool, right? So you can even do your favorite playlist as you visualize or as you do this practice. So, yeah. Okay, and then coming back to center. Just taking one more deep breath, maybe placing your hands back at center, whether heart center or your belly space or both. I'm just going to invite you to tune in, check in with yourself once again. Maybe notice what has shifted, if anything, from the moment that you started this practice to now. Knowing that everything that comes up is valid, and we get to honor what comes up for us. I'm going to invite you to find whichever gesture of gratitude you feel called to. For me, is a prayer shape at heart center. For you, can be something else. That's okay. Thank you so much for sharing your light and your practice with me. Delight in me, season honors delight in you. Thank you.